So I don't know what day you're seeing this on, but we have the awards for the Primetime League. And, no, I didn't want to show you that. We are, of course, 16-0. I'm yelling already, and it's not even a goddamn gameplay video. 16-0, of course, we did. 14-2 for Lance James, 14-2 for Cookie Boy, 13-3, 13-3, 12-4. Lots of great teams. We, of course, have a bye week. ScoMo, 7-9, he missed. He was kind of not really playing. You know, he didn't really play that much this year. There's not really any, you know, shocking teams that didn't miss or didn't make it. You know, you expected most of these guys to miss. Let's move on to NFC. I don't really know if there's anything else to show you guys. Of course, 16-0. There's really nothing. So we won 12 in the division, or in the conference, 4 out. What we did this year is we didn't really shock you with yards. We didn't flash you with yards. A lot. I mean, we did have like 3 or 4 sims, and we didn't really get very lucky in any of them except for 1, I believe. But Connor Cook, 3,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 17 interceptions on 64% completion. In a normal league, you know, even if you're going against just the AI, that's really good. But when I show you the stats of the rest of the league, you'll realize how amazing that actually truly is. 109 pass rating. I remember Stafford got a couple of picks because whenever he played for Cook, who was injured in the game, that happened. 29 sacks, not bad at all, considering we love to extend the play, and that we were allowed to do. Connor Cook fumbled 6 times this year. That is a little rough. That is a little rough. He ran it 3 times for touchdowns. Devontae Freeman, of course, we know he's been injured for the past 2 weeks. 254 carries, 1,410 yards, 14 touchdowns, averaging 5.6 a carry. Not bad. Eddie Lacy, 2 touchdowns, 5.3 a carry on 277 yards. Not bad at all either. Cordero Patterson not really doing too well, but his receiving should be much better than Lacy's. Henry Johnson, over 1,000 yards. Wish he had a little bit better of a season, not going to lie. But 18 receiving touchdowns, that's no joke. Julio Jones, 700 yards, 8 touchdowns. Hooper, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Freeman, 300 yards, 3. Treadwell had a pretty decent season, I suppose. And then Cordero Patterson, pretty good from the running back position. Pretty good. I mean, it said we allowed like 29. That doesn't add up to 29 at all, does it? 6, 12? It's close, so maybe we released a couple of the players. I don't know. But of course, interceptions, we had a lot of them this year. 16 alone for Deion Jones, 97 tackles. That is amazing. 6 picks for Jalen Collins, 5 for Ricardo Allen, who actually kind of fell off. I know we started simple late on in the year, but he did fall off a bit because he started with like 4, I believe, in the first 3 games, and he only ended up with 5. Keanu Neal actually dropped a lot this season. He probably should have been around 7. Desmond Trufant just locks up, doesn't get thrown too much. Telvin Smith, down year. Devondre Campbell, career year for him. Vic Beasley, not the year I wanted for him at all. Semple, definitely had a very great year. 55 tackles. It's definitely going to be the free safety of the future for us. Vernon Ray, decent rookie debut. He had 2 picks in one of the Eagles games that we had, but the game disconnected, so he didn't get any picks on the season, surprisingly. 4.5 sacks, though. House Robbins, 5 from the inside. Tyrus, 3 from the inside. Grady Jarrett, 5 fumbles. I don't think we have a lot of boom on this team, if I'm being honest, other than the safeties. Keanu Neal, 2, recovered 1. Trufant, surprisingly, 2, recovered 1. Telvin Smith, 2, recovered 2. Vic Beasley, 2, recovered none. House Robbins, 2 for 2. None from Deion Jones. I've been actually trying to upgrade his hit power lately. Don't know if that's a smart move, if I'm being honest, because I can get his other stats up, but I probably will go for it. Any touchdowns? We had 1 touchdown on defense. 2 touchdowns. Vernon Ray had a fumble recovery touchdown, and I believe so did Telvin. I don't know. I don't remember those, honestly. Averaged about 30 yards per return, 658 yards in total. And then Cardona, 18 return punt average with a touchdown. Really good, though. I mean, the numbers really don't represent how well he did. Take a look at the whole league now. The league as a whole, of course, we only had, what, 3,800 yards, or 3,500 yards passing. So we were far down the list. Even though we won the award, you can see Paxton Lynch, 6+ interception ratio, equal there, down 20 there, +3 for Lance, down 3 for Willie, who's got really amazing stats. Let me show you his stats if I can. Very, very good stats and coming into his 3rd year. Here we go. Russell Wilson did the best besides us. Of course, Cookie Boy. That's the best besides us. Clearly, Aaron Rodgers, down 5. RG3. I mean, if you look at all these, Jared Goff had a pretty decent season as well. The Rams, fuck you, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, he stole a few awards from us. Not that I'm saying we would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but let's just say, you know, if you've been following this, you know that we're down a little bit on that. Of course, 40-17 for the touchdown picks ratio. Wendell Smallwood breaks the NFL record, 2,283 yards. Touchdowns at 25. I believe that's like 3 or 4 off the record. Maybe a little bit less, or maybe a little bit more anyways. Even though Freeman was injured, he was the 4th best running back in the league when you consider all things. You look at the yards per carry. He is the 4th best there. 4th best yards per carry. And he's only a couple hundred yards off considering he was injured. I mean, you can't even really consider Jeremy Langford. Jeremy Langford had a great season. You know, props to the Chiefs owner. But 8 fumbles, that's a lot of fumbles. Freeman only fumbled 3 times. But, yeah, the 4th or 5th best running back, if you look at yards per carry. Actually, yards per... Oh, they do per game. They don't do per game play, do they? Let's take a look at yards. Number 1 yards in the league. Kenny Stills did very well. He kind of fell off late, though. I thought he was going to break some records, but he didn't. We were very close. If we didn't get so many sim games, we definitely would have had best wide receiver. But, of course, we had sim games. I mean, we even had a game against him sim where Henry Johnson had 20 yards, no touchdowns. I think his guy had 90 with a touchdown. Every single sim game, even with Henry Johnson at the number 1 spot, he had under 30 yards and no touchdowns. And we had at least 3 or 4 this year. So you take away that, and you even average us 80 yards per game with maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns in that span. That's 20 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, which obviously beats his. Shane Ray. Where does our tackles rank? We were like 90-something. Deion Jones, probably like the 20th best in the league. I really want to see these numbers. Number 1 in picks was us, tied with Jordan Hicks. Surprisingly, by the way. Nah, I'm not even going to say anything. But 8 better tackles, same picks, 4.5 worse sacks. Jordan Hicks right on par with us. But the tackles, we did get a little bit more. What else do we got? So the safeties, these guys definitely deserve some credit because a lot of middle linebackers in this league do get tons and tons of picks. So to get those kind of numbers with DBs is pretty spectacular in this league. Sacks, Ansah with 19. Fowler, 18.5. Exams, smart man, because I tried to get him and he would not budge. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it was just like, I guarantee it's probably like before half we were desperate. Best average, Ardarius Stewart. But Cardona, number 2, 29.9. I mean, not really super legit. Nah, it is legit. A lot of people didn't really have that great of stats. Punt return now, who had the best average for that? And the most legit would technically be Cardona with 18.2. Not bad, not bad. Cardona, top-notch kick returner. We were the best non-running back. Freeman was on the list. I mean, let's see. There was, what, 3 players that weren't running backs on the MVP list? That's crazy. Coach of the year, obviously, Gus Bradley, which sucks because we would have had Andy Reid. And Andy Reid, he was balling. He had a lot of traits. Offensive player of the year, a lot of youth. A lot of youth there. Connor Cook was number 5. Defensive player of the year, you've seen it here. Deion Jones. Tackles must outweigh a lot because I definitely think Jordan Hicks should have won that thing. But I'm glad that we won it. Offensive Rookie of the Year, sadly, it is not our guy. Our guy was number 4 on the list. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we did get to number 5 with that, surprisingly, with only 4.5 sacks and a bunch of tackles. Of course, Connor Cook, best quarterback, clear as day. Clear as day. Best running back, obviously, you know this list. Best wide receiver, we were number 2, sadly. Going to best O-line now. We had a couple of guys in there, but obviously the Cowboys O-line is next level. Best linebacker, they gave it to Jordan Hicks, so that's fair, I think. Blair Walsh, number 2, to Steven Hauschka. Now, let us move on to the AFC side. Todd Gurley, best running back, just slightly edging out Jeremy Langford. Those fumbles probably were the biggest cause. Defensive Player of the Year, Miles Jack, 99 overall. I gotta see him. Can I look at it right now? I gotta see his stats, man. So amazing. That's why I want the Jaguars, kind of, but I don't know what team. I didn't mention that, but that needs to be stated. I might actually say that in the beginning of the video as well. Big Ben with the best QB. But what do we do for next year? I'm probably going to end up having like a full legit video so nobody can skip out on a bunch of awards for the Jaguars. But just so nobody can be like, oh, I didn't hear you say it. What do we do about our awards, or our team? I want the Titans. I want the Jaguars. But you guys want the Falcons, and I like the Falcons. I just think they're too OP. If I'm being honest, I think they're too OP. Have increased him to an 84 overall, plus to 87 now with his confidence boost. Really good stats. I didn't want to touch the throw power. We could have easily gotten to 93. Didn't want to touch the throw power because I like the way he is right now, and I don't want to change that. But at the same time, I can get his tackling up to 90, his awareness and play rec to 90. Block shed's already 90. Pursuit is 90. Is that good enough? Do I spend the rest on hit power? He got to 88 hit power. That's not bad. He's a 90 overall. I think that was actually really good. Down to an 82 overall. Not bad at all. 85 pass block, 85 impact, 83 run block, 86 awareness, 92 injury. Let's move on to the man himself. He is 29,000 XP. Clutch trait. I really don't care about clutch trait, to be honest. If I'm going to be clutching it, I probably won't go to him. Possession catch. That actually is important. We're definitely going possession. Ooh, God. Those packages are expensive, but they're very important. 89 catch, 85 catch in traffic, 90 route running, 80 spec, 88 release. I mean, those are pretty decent stats. We got him to an 81. Not really where I expect him to be. Ben Cardona, 80 overall. We have one of the best wide receiver cores in the league. I would say clearly, actually probably the best. Offensive line is amazing as well. 86 overall left guard, 84 center, 81 right guard who needs to be changed out for a new player soon. 87 Mac, 87 Jake Matthews. Pass rushing, Vic Beasley could do better. Devondre Campbell's, his stats are low, but he's definitely the best player we have for pass rush. Defensive line, we could always use upgrades. House Robin's is amazing, though. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his stats, by the way. Have you seen that? 85 speed, a 79 excel? I know his power move and block shed are a little low, but 304 pounds, 6'6", 85 speed, 79 excel. At one point, I almost put him at right outside linebacker. And then cornerback has been an issue. We've been trying to fix that position ever since we took this team over. It's just not happened. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All the awards, we upgraded or updated that, and we upgraded our players. It is what it is. I can't find the Pro Bowl. Let me know if there is something like that. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this long-ass video of no gameplay. Let me know what you guys think we're going to do in the playoffs. I don't know when the next video is going to be, so this might actually come out on Monday because, like I said, we have a bye week. Don't know when the games are going to be played. But anyways, hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!